So if you're watching this, you are probably one of my favorite people in the entire world, and that's just to say thank you for clicking on this. This isn't my typical sort of video that I would put out, but it's more of an announcement and something that I'm very excited and proud of to announce, as this has kind of been something I've been developing for the last 2-3 months, all through the same while of getting married, working an actual job, and still giving you guys the same amount of content, or trying to, at least, with the very little movies and TV that we've been getting over the last couple of months. But I'm here to give you guys the big announcement. Now, first off, with this announcement, I want to say nothing is changing on the main Zach Pope Reviews channel. You're still going to get your reviews, still going to get your shorts, still get your ranking, and the occasional special video. But what I wanted to announce is that I'm jumping into the world of podcasting, and I've dabbled in it a little bit over the couple of years. If you've been that dedicated of a fan, you've seen the Good Boys podcast, you've seen the reiteration of the goods, and of course you've seen me over on Ren Geekness's channel, whether it's with Knights of the Round Table or This Week in Geek. The thing that I'm jumping into today is a brand new feed that doesn't just feature one podcast, but multiple podcasts all within inside of it, and something that I think you'll find your favorite new podcast within, and that is called Into the Geekverse with Zach Pope. Now, this is, of course, over on Spotify, Apple, and if there's a podcasting thing that it's not on that you prefer to listen to podcasts for, please let me know down below in the comment section. I will do my best to get it over there. But it's all free. It's all free extra content, as well as there will be a video component to every single one of these podcasts over on this secondary channel, Into the Geekverse, that you can go subscribe to now. And maybe you're even subscribed to, because it used to be called Zach Pope Expanded, but we've changed some things up, and I'm very excited to be doing this. So this is very much a video talking about these podcasts, giving you the big announcement, and also asking for your support. If you like listening to podcasts, if you have a Spotify or Apple Podcast app, or if you're on YouTube watching this right now, because there might be some of you only listening to the audio version of this, then go over there. It's free. Click the link in the bio down below and give me that support. And I will say right now, I will be doing a gift card giveaway for this to a movie theater of your choice. I do want to give back to you guys. So if you go and do this, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, or if you go follow one of those feeds, or you do all three, those will give you each a chance to win this gift card. So please go and do it. Then go ahead and email me at zachpopereviews@gmail.com your entry and your screenshots of doing those. One added bonus, if you give me a review on, of course, Spotify or Apple as well, I will give an added bonus entry to that gift card giveaway. Again, I want to give back to you guys, and in that same return, I hope that you guys come back and support me on this. So what is Into the Geekverse, though? I guess I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself and only explaining and kind of just asking your urgency for this. So Into the Geekverse is kind of an idea that I had where I wanted to do a podcast, and I've been doing a podcast with Ren, but I wanted to develop something a little bit different. And one of my favorite things early on in joining and really much watching on YouTube was something called Rooster Teeth, who is sadly going away now, but they've had so many different personalities and so many different conversations in there. Sometimes it's about life, sometimes it's about movies, most of the time it's about games. But I wanted to kind of create my own brand around that, and I've always been wondering, how can I do that? There's countless people in my life that maybe aren't on the internet, and I feel their personalities deserve to be seen and heard of. Have you ever had a conversation with one of your friends where you're like, I wish I could go back and listen to that, or at least share that conversation with someone else in the world? Well, that's what I have with a majority of my friends who live in Phoenix, Arizona, and even some friends that I've seen on the internet as well. That's what Into the Geekverse is about, is because we're diving into so many geek things and so many things that you might be a geek about. It could be about the paranormal, it could be about the movies, it could be about games, it could be about TV, it could be about the state we live in, which of course is Arizona. This is your main spot for all geek content. Welcome to the Geekverse, where Zach Pope jumps into a cinematic odyssey with his best friends and family to take you on a thrilling journey through the worlds of movie, TV shows, and gaming, and so much more. And join us as we deep dive into the Geekverse, discussing the latest releases, classic favorites, and everything in between. This is a weekly podcast where something new will be dropping here and there. And of course, you're still going to get audio-only versions of me and Ren's podcast over here, This Week in Geek. You're also going to get audio versions of my movie reviews over there. I've posted quite a few of these already, and even TV reviews. Any review I do basically on my channel will also be ported over here. Still dabbling with maybe just putting them on one big podcast for the week of this week. We'll be doing a review. Let me know if you like that idea. But the other podcast names we'll be doing is, of course, one just dedicatedly called Into the Geekverse, where I basically will talk about movies, maybe do some interviews on there, interview some other people, maybe some celebrities, and I will have a co-host eventually on there, still dabbling, trying to work out the kinks on that. More announcements to come on that one, but the ones that we do have coming up very soon, of course, is This Week in Geek, continuing with me and Ren Geekness, Hot Mic Gaming, which is a gaming podcast between me and one of my best friends, where if you are a video game fan, this is going to be the podcast for you. We're going to review games. We're going to be talking about gaming news, and there will always be a hot topic that week. And the first one that we'll actually have up, either it's up already or it's about to be, is Fallout. We're talking about the Fallout TV show, giving our spoiler review, as well as ranking all the Fallout things. So if you want more of my thoughts on Fallout, you can go check that out over there. And then we also have Roadside Ramble, one of my best friends as well, Tyler. We've done a couple other podcasts before together, but this is kind of the one that we feel the most consistent about. Roadside Rambles is basically me and him rambling for about an hour and 20 minutes about anything. The first episode that's going to be dropping pretty soon is going to be about Arizona. Very excited to talk about that one, but it could again be about movies, TV, games, the paranormal. We could be interviewing someone. We could be talking about a book. Who knows? But that one is going to be a blast. Pulp Cinema Circle is one between me and my wife. That one does not have an official date yet, but that one will be coming down in the near future. Flicks and Friends is the one at the end of the month, because we'll be dropping these about every Friday. At least that's what I'm hoping to go for. We'll figure out that release schedule as this podcast starts to figure out itself. Flicks and Friends is the one that will be at the end of the month, every month. And it's basically me taking one of my closest friends or one of my closest family members, or even maybe myself, and watching something for the very first time. For instance, my friend Phil, who I'm going to be doing Hot Mic Gaming with, one of my best friends, when I took him to see Oppenheimer, he told me he's never seen Inception before, which blew my fucking mind. The second I heard that, I knew I needed to do something for this and show him it, and that will be a part of that. There's tons of things he's never seen. There's tons of things my other friends never seen. There's tons of things I've never seen. But this will be our way to review it, dive in a little bit deeper, maybe go into spoilers, and discuss those things for the very first time. And each of these will have, again, its own unique twist. So, to kind of capstone this all, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I'm still going to be doing everything on my normal channel. This is just a little bit of an added bonus that's free, because it's on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. You'll get audio only on Spotify and Apple, and you'll get video, podcast, the whole thing on YouTube as well. And again, it's all free to do. If you do all this and do your entry and you email me those screenshots or proof of it, or even add this, for some reason you can't email me, feel free to tag me on Twitter and I will retweet it, or same thing on my Instagram story. I will make sure that your name goes into the hat and I will pick that winner within a month. So you got a whole month, as of this video goes up, a whole month to see if you won that gift card. So thank you again. I can't express it enough. Again, this is coming off more like a ramble, but this is something I'm very passionate about. Into the Geekverse, lots of different things, and a couple other podcasts that I plan to eventually have on there as well. Those will be interesting to have the least, but this is me jumping into this, talking about whatever I want to, and being able to deliver more content to you guys, and specifically more fun things as well. So thank you so much again, and of course, until next time, stay classy.